EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the New Orleans Saints. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Time. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Tackles. You go tight. You got tight.
Now the former Washington Husky. Here's Myles Gaskin. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check. Oh, lady. Hot.
Here's Darnold. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Gaskin. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll run now with Gaskin. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Brings up 3rd and 5. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, lady. Check right. Watching your 5. I don't think you got it, son.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Dory Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Hey, we got to get to the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold over the middle, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, orbit.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Going up top. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Squeeze. It's a safety creep.
Off the play fake. Herbert completes it to Hardman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the 20-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Look at me. Go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched him more last week.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Darnold. Throw left side complete. It's Ramsey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Darnold on 3rd down, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try the right side with Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it brings up 3rd down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Off play action. Herbert. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
56, Mike, 56.
Hard.
Henry. And an alley to run. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints' 44.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down. That's the end of the first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Lock it. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
This is Gaskin on the carry. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
It's just me and you.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12.
Real side. 52, right 52. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Henry running right. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
This is taken at the 18. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Switch it, young lady. Young lady.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. And this one complete to Smith. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Darnold from the gun. And that's caught inside the 30. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, foxtrot.
Here's Darnold. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Hey, seam 6.
Pick it up.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Myles Gaskin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The end result, 21 yards.
Okay, ready? Go 58 to the right. I got you, pump. Tight on this side, boy. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move. Four down. Hey. High 7. Step.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touch. Down. Tavecchio to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Set, ready? 10 logo.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Big ass, big ass, big ass. Shift. Let's go.
2nd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Ready?
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Check the backer. Hey, Sam off. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 24. Look, squeeze. Tighten up.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch that. Shit. Check 3. Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Another run with Gaskin. Always got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 and a 1st down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Throwing on first down. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They run it with Balaj. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
On the ready. Go.
From the gun, Herbert. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Sheldon Rankins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Let's take it inside his own 40. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Switch. Shift. Watch the shift.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, defense, let's go.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
25, check 25, check 25. He's coming. Double up.
Leo. Ready?
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Hey, echo.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Get it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's caught by Smith. Last play, they got stumped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And the Saints, first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. 8, lead. Hey, exit.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
Don't let him breathe. Snap.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
First down.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Jack. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Watch it.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
They'll toss it to Henry. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Just bowling over and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Saints, 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. It's caught. Smith.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. That worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Go now, 50, plant.
56.
You're out.
You got nothing. Watch twist.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Kill.
Get it.
This is Henry. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The open man is Smith. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Ready, set.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Balaj. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Ready, 10 logo. Hey, Sam on. 2.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Out there now, the lefty Tavecchio for the Falcon field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And the pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
too soft. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
30 base.
Come on, the ball,
And they'll indeed take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one didn't